Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another day of Glamas. Today Sephora has released the Valentino beauty line on their site and I am so excited about it. This is actually a brand that I was stoked to get my hands on when I heard that they were coming out with their official makeup line, but it actually took a while to get here to the US. Now when it did, it first showed up in Nordstrom and I picked these things up as soon as possible. Now this was during the time that I wasn't really filming very much, so I've kind of sat on these products without talking about them, but I've used everything that I've purchased from them. I've already talked about their foundation called the Very Valentino foundation. So you guys already know that I like that, and honestly I pretty much like everything I used, though there are a few products that I can live without. But on that same token, there are a few that I am just head over heels for, and I'm excited to share my thoughts and a demo using these products with you guys for today's Glamas. Now if you guys are new here, hello and welcome. I am Suzana and I would very much appreciate if you guys would subscribe to my channel and let me know what you think about everything that I talk about in today's video. Also, do not forget to hit that thumbs up. It really does help out my channel a ton and I would very much appreciate it. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get into today's demo. Alright, so today I'm going to start off with the eyes and I'm going to use Nude Dip from Tom Ford. So going in with this deeper shade and a large fluffy brush, I'm going to add a little bit of dimension. Now with a Sonia G Builder 2 brush, I'm going to pick up this kind of silver shade. Now this is the wet to dry formula, the best formula Tom Ford has. And this palette I've enjoyed for many years. So I want to lightly apply this onto the lid. I don't want it to be too deep, so I might go in with the lightest shade just to line it up a little bit. Yeah, definitely gonna do that. So I'll pick up some of this shade here. It's like a silky vanilla. I'll come back to this palette once I do the concealer. Now for the Valentino Beauty eyeshadow that I have, I only picked up the, what is this called? The multi-reflecting eye glitter. And the shade I have is 02 Dream Dust. I really became interested in these glitter eyeshadows because of their promo pics, and they got me really good. Now this is a very chunky pure glitter, and I'm not one that, although I have been really enjoying glitter lately, I'm just not one to actually use like pressed glitter. I like it in my eyeshadow, but I don't want my eyeshadow to just be pure glitter, and that is what this is. So it's a little bit trickier to work with. I also did purchase the Valentino Stick With Me Glitter Primer. I did not have one of these and I thought, why not just go ahead and pick this one up as well and see how it works with their glitter. So using a brush, this is one from Kiko Milano that I've had for a few years. I picked it up when I was in Barcelona. It's their number 55. It's a little synthetic brush. So with this, I'm going to go ahead and apply the glitter glue where I'm going to apply the glitter. So I'm almost going to shape it out where I want it. I'm going to dip into this glitter. Now I'm going to tap it where I apply that glitter glue. If you like glitter, if you want to experiment with glitter during the holiday season or just whenever, I mean, I would assume this is a good one. Again, because I don't use pressed glitters, I can't say, wow, this works a lot better or it's not as good as some other pure glitter eyeshadows, because I hardly ever use them. Whatever's left on the brush, I'm just adding here so that it looks like the glitter kind of starts trickling in. I apologize, you guys. The camera stopped filming. I did not realize that. I was talking about the eyeliner from Byredo. It's their liquid liner in black. It's what I used to draw in a winged eyeliner today. I'm finding that I'm enjoying this a lot more as I continue to use it. So far, this is one that I have been reaching for quite a bit. I want you guys to see it in action, but I'll have to say that for another video. Anyway, I went ahead and did that winged eyeliner as well as add some lashes. These are the number 11 from Kiss. And now we can move on to the face. So I am going to prime. I'll be using the LYS face primer. The Valentino brand did come out with their own primer, but I wanted to know how the foundation was going to feel on me, and I was pretty sure it was going to be fragranced as it is. So I was afraid that it might be a little bit too much to have both the primer and the foundation have a fragrance. Now I don't actually know. Oh great, now I have glitter everywhere. That's the bad thing about working with glitter. I'm gonna keep finding it for a few days all over the place. So yeah, that's why I didn't pick up the primer. I don't know, is it fragranced? I'm not even sure actually. But the foundation, like I said, this is called the Very Valentino foundation in the shade MN2. Now I have talked about this in one of my recent videos, and I told you guys how much I actually enjoy this. I think it's so beautiful, long lasting. It looks so good on the skin. I was really shocked at how much I like this. I kind of went in thinking it wasn't gonna work out for me, which is weird because I still bought it, right? But I was curious still, so I'm happy with it. And it's exciting that now it's available at Sephora. I know a lot of us shop from them, so it's just more beneficial. I wonder if they're gonna have it in store. That I don't know, but it would be nice if they did. I'm going in with the second layer. This is a buildable foundation. It has like a, I would say it's like a semi-matte finish. I did end up looking up the brand on Sephora, and it's only going to be available online, at least for now. And I had gone on to see how many shades this foundation comes in, and it's 40, so that's pretty good. I love when new brands just from the get-go provide us with a lot of different shades as well as different undertones. I still have to get mine right, but it's good that the option is there, hopefully. So okay, moving on to some concealer. I'm going to use my shade and Illuminate from Tom Ford. Now hopefully soon this look starts to look more put together. I just realized my eyeliner is not even. So I think I accidentally went in a little bit too high on this side. So I'm going to try and replicate that on my right eye. Actually, I'm going to use a little bit more of this. Okay, I have my Huda Beauty loose powder. I use the shade Cupcake. I'm going to make sure to really set this under eye. Let's finish off the eyes. Going back in with the Nude Dip palette, I am going to go into this shade here. Actually, you know, I'm going to mix these two. And with a pencil brush, just apply some here on the bottom lash line. And then I'm going to add some mascara on the bottom lashes. And I will be done with the eye look. For highlight, I have the Dior Backstage highlighter in Universal. So this is the original one they released. And I'm going to do a mixture of these three. I do want my face to be nice and glowy, so I'm actually going to spread it out a little bit further into the cheek than I normally would. But definitely trying to stay away from my problematic areas, which is this area right here, where I do have more texture and larger pores. Now the blush that I have does have a sheeny finish, so that's also going to help with adding a little bit extra glow onto the face. And actually the bronzer does as well. Now I did pick up the bronzer. They only have one shade, it's the universal shade, and I didn't get the actual case for this because it comes in a Go clutch, so it's like a little purse for your bronzer or your setting powder. It's in the same category for some reason. Yeah, I don't need a clutch for my makeup like that. So I just went ahead and bought the refillable pan. It comes with this little guy here anyway, this little plastic casing. And I think it works just fine to house my bronzer in. You also get a little brush, a little bronzing brush that I am not going to use. Again, this is just a universal shade. This one does have a radiant finish. It's actually one of my favorite products from this brand. Honestly, the foundation and the bronzer are my favorite. So there is a swatch, so it's nicely pigmented. It applies really beautifully too, and I will show you guys. Okay, so I picked up my Fenty Beauty bronzer brush and start warming up the face. Isn't that a pretty color? Do you guys see why I love this bronzer? Do you understand now? It's so gorgeous. This shade is, although it says it's universal, it's not really going to work for everybody. So that's the downside of this. But if you think this is a shade that's going to work for you, and if you've been curious, I'm giving you guys the green light to give this a try. Not that you need my green light, but you know what I mean. Alright, so the blush does come in its nice little packaging. Now the packaging is very lightweight. When the brand first released, I just kept hearing about how cheap the packaging feels, and it kind of does, but I still think it's pretty. I don't think it feels that cheap. To me, a luxury brand should have that luxury feel. And although this looks luxurious, once you grab it, it definitely loses some points in that. But overall, it's not something where, like, I'm not really actually upset about it. Now, this does come with a brush. Yeah. This section right here houses the brush. As you can see here, I have not used it. It's just a weird size, but I'll keep it in here. You have your nice mirror, and then this is the blush. These are called the Eye to Cheek, so you can use this as eyeshadow as well as a cheek blush. Maybe I should have used it as a transition shade today. I haven't tried it as eyeshadow. Honestly, I kind of forgot that you can use these on your eyes. The shade I have is number 4. The shade name is Sweet Rebel. It's described as a warm rose with light reflecting pearls. So again, this is going to be perfect to help complete today's look. And there are 12 blush shades available. This is also something I really like and I have been using and enjoying. So let's pick some of this up. And again, the pigment, it's like right off the bat, you get really nice pigment, a really beautiful radiance. And this color is just perfect. I am curious on another shade, maybe at some point. But for now, isn't that so pretty? All right, so there is that. Look at that cheek. I'm really happy with this. You know, this brand, they really did impress me. There's still quite a bit that I haven't tried from them. Something else that I really want to actually try is their mascara. That wand, like the spoolie on the wand, looks so good. So I think that's gonna be the next thing I pick up from them. Now I do have one of the Rosa Valentino lipsticks, but I only have a sample size. I was gonna order a full one, but Nordstrom was doing a gift with purchase, which was this one in the shade 100R. And I figured, why wouldn't I just try this? If I like it, I can buy a full-size lipstick, maybe in a different shade. But you know, I never got around to getting a full size because I wasn't too crazy for this. Now, it has a pretty good longevity, but from what I remember, because it's been actually a while now since I've used this lipstick, from what I remember, it didn't actually wear very well throughout the day. And when I have swatched it in the back of my hand, it leaves a stain. So you would think that it would fade gracefully, but in my opinion, with my experience, it did not. I just wasn't very impressed with it. So this does have a satin finish and it is meant to be long lasting. There are 15 different shades. The shade I have, as I mentioned, is 100R, which is Roman Grace. So I'm gonna apply this, and I may still apply another lipstick, or I'm sorry, like a gloss or something over, just because I might want a little something extra on the lips. Now I'm not detecting any fragrance from this, but I can't actually confirm that. It's a pretty shade. It is. Or did I just not find it comfortable the other day? I don't know, guys. Honestly, I forgot. It's been a while. I just remember not being impressed with that. So this is how the makeup looks with all of my Valentino Beauty products. I do want to add a little bit of a shimmer to my lips, so I pulled out my Sisley gloss in the shade 4. This one's nice because it has some specks of glitter. I just felt like I needed a little gloss there to balance out with the glitter I have on the eyes. Okay, so I just wanted to get a little bit closer to the camera so y'all can see how the skin is looking. Let me know what you think about these products. If you've tried anything from this brand, I would absolutely love to know your thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and my little review and just kind of demo on the Valentino Beauty products that I have so far tested out. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another day of Glamas. I will see you all tomorrow.